Yeah. Yeah, man, I do it for the fam. Tryna put food on my table going ham. PYT says she knows who I am.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Mike or Geekermon bringing you another Destiny video. Today we're going to be talking about all of the crazy major changes that are going to be happening when Rise of Iron drops. Now, because Bungie, of course, is super unclear, I am not sure at this point if the changes are going to take place today when the servers come back up, or if the changes are going to happen when Rise of Iron actually drops. I know that our title screen and loading screen and everything have already changed, so I guess we are just going to have to wait and see on the actual weapon changes. But that being said, there are a ton of new weapon changes that are taking place in Rise of Iron. First things first, goodbye Universal Remote. I am so sad, and I know some of you are so happy, but come on. This gun was so much fun to use, and the only people really upset about it are the people who weren't using it. So while I understand that it's a problem, I'm a little sad to see it go. The main change for the Universal Remote is that the exotic perk that allowed the range to be extremely long when you aim down sights has been nerfed by 75%. It's basically non-existent, which means that the gun itself will no longer be the longest range shotgun in the game. The other thing that they did is the rate of fire has been increased. Now, I don't know if this directly affects the damage, but I would assume that this decreases the damage, making it a low impact shotgun. So, just like that, the Universal Remote came and went, and sadly, I don't think it's going to be used too competitively anymore. I really enjoyed using it in Trials of Osiris because you wanted to save your special ammo for the sniper rifles, of course, which, by the way, also been nerfed. So I think it's really going to mix up how Trials works because, you know, you're going to have people using all sorts of primaries and not just the shotguns and snipers that we've been seeing for months now. Second, the Fabian strategy has gotten a huge buff, and I mean huge. Kills with this gun automatically reload part of the weapon, just like super good advice. And so you're going to have people that can take out large groups of enemies, especially in sixes with this gun now. The range has been increased by 16% and the stability by 44%. That is crazy. This gun is going to be so good. The auto rifles themselves needed a buff, but Fabian's strategy was just the worst exotic compared to the Tlaloc or the Ace of Spades. I mean, you worked so hard to get your gun rank up, and for the Titans, which I don't even main a Titan, but I felt so bad for the Titans. So it's good to see that this gun's finally getting some love. Up next, we have Thorn, and I think that this nerf was well deserved. Thorn before, you could put Send It on it, and it outclassed the longest ranged hand cannon in the game. So they have reduced the base range by 25%, and all that means is that it is now in line with the long range hand cannons like IS Luna, Ace of Spades, or guns of that archetype. So you're still going to have the burn effect, there's still going to be a lot of good use for it, but it's not going to drive you crazy with that 2-shot and walk away, because I do think they're going to buff the damage over time perk if they're adding in an artifact that makes damage over time less powerful. I do think it's actually going to be a pretty viable option in Trials of Osiris or in more competitive game modes. Next, we have Dreg's Promise, and this sidearm is just horrible. This gun is not hit scan, it actually fires out of the weapon. That, along with how low the damage was, how bad the stats were, this has to be the least exotic feeling exotic we've ever had. So it's good to see they're increasing the damage by 8%, and the magazine's getting another 3 bullets in it. I don't think the Dreg's Promise is going to be competitive level play, but I do think that it's finally going to be usable instead of this just god-awful sidearm that we all put in our vault and tried to forget about. Alright, up next we have Touch of Malice, and I think this is more of a PvE thing than anything else. The Touch of Malice self-damage infliction now takes away your Blessing of Light, and I think that there's a reason that they're doing this, and I don't think it's PvP based. A couple other small changes, but kind of cool changes that they're adding. They're adding 2 intrinsic perks, one to No Time to Explain and the other to Boolean Jiminy. No Time to Explain is now getting Head Seeker, which I think it should have had all along, but it's good to see anyways. Jiminy is getting high caliber rounds. This, along with the new flinch that the sniper rifles are receiving, I think Jiminy is going to be a very solid option for countering snipers in competitive game modes. You're going to be able to knock your target off their aim because now the flinch has been raised even higher. You've got high caliber rounds, you've got the armor perk that procs when you get a body kill. Overall, this Jiminy is really going to start to feel a lot more exotic than it has been in the past. I have a friend that uses it consistently in our competitive game modes, but he still doesn't feel like it's the top of the line gun, and I would agree with him. I think at this point it's a great scout rifle, but why would you use it over something like Mida? Now with high caliber rounds, if you're getting domed from snipers across the map who you've almost killed, and right when you're going to shoot that last bullet, you get domed right in the head, you can now knock them off of their aim and finish that kill better than you've ever been able to before. So that is all of the changes that are coming in 2.4. I am so excited for Rise of Iron, and I know you guys are. If you enjoyed the video, make sure and leave me a like. It means so much to me, and if you want to join the Geek Squad and you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.